Yo, what's up guys? So for today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you guys one of the craziest, most intense high-level matches you can basically play in Rock League in a 2v2 game. So pretty much there's a LAN going on next weekend. It is the third and final LAN before the World Championship for the season. So all the European players, all the best European players are in North America. So the best NA players, South America players, Australian players, everybody's basically in North America right now because the LAN's going to be here. So that gave me the opportunity to run into who you guys might know. His name is Zen. He is probably the best player in the world right now. Definitely the best player in Europe. And I would say probably the best player in the world right now. And Yan was on his team. So they were partied up. So Yan is probably the best player in NA right now. And Zen is the best player in Europe and probably the world right now. So we ran into the two best players that you can possibly play in a twos game. And Yan's probably one of the best twos players in the world as well. So it's just... again, just one of the sweatiest games you could possibly have, basically. So I'm going to show you guys. I had Rise on my team from Team BDS. So pretty sweaty lobby. Me, Rise versus Yan and Zen. And this will be the first time I've ever played against Zen. So it'll be a cool watch for you guys. A lot of you guys wanted to see me against him and see what that would look like. So let's get into it. I was solo queuing. They were partied up. And I'll just cut to the replay. Enjoy. Alright, so before we get into it, this is the lobby right here. Just to show you guys, it was me and Rise versus Zen and Yan, like I was saying. And just a few pointers on top of this that I will add. I was doing a sponsored stream for NRG while this video was going on. So I was actually very distracted. I had a guy talking to me the entire time, and I was trying to entertain the chat and stuff like that. So I was a little bit distracted, and we still did extremely well. So I was very surprised about that. That's just a side note. If I look like I'm like AFK for a second, or if I'm just driving in a straight line for a second, I am probably looking at chat or distracted a little bit. But anyway, let's get into it, and I'll try to show my perspective for most of it, unless there's a goal that we want to watch someone else's. All right, so we start off with the safe cheat here. I'm not gonna win that boost, so I'll go for the back boost. So Yan and Zen, both players that if they're in the air with the ball, you know they're gonna be threatening. So you want to focus on your challenges and making sure that you're making it as hard on them as possible in terms of your challenge game. It's fine. Force a touch out. Completely fine here. Rise should be going for me. That's fine. That's the downside here. Rise didn't insta chow, right? So Rise should be going. He turned for a second. That little turn was enough to make me think he'd go. And if he went, Yan can't really score this because it's going to be a 50. I can follow it up. Zen's not going to be able to beat me to this ball if it's a 50 that stops right where Yan is. So a little bit of hesitation from Rise there, but that's okay. I could have also went for him, but it just looked a lot more like it should have been his ball. But that's, again, the problem when you're solo queuing. You don't know these things. You can never really know those things, so you're kind of just trying to make the best, like, educated guess based on the situation, I guess. Trying to stay on this. Bumped him off. It's fine. I have some time here to go up the wall. Get a flip reset. And good early challenge from Yan. This is the best thing you could do in this situation. You went for a super early challenge. I have a flip here. This is very threatening. If he's not up this early like he was, probably going to be a goal for us, to be honest. That's really well done from Yan. Cuts down all the angles quickly. Something that we didn't do on the first goal, right? We gave him a second of unchallenged situation. Zen here. Good control. Touched himself off the wall. Flip reset here, but there's like literally no way he's scoring this. I know that, so I'm just going to wait. If you wait, play patient at the right times, you can get a free goal. Potentially get yourself a counter attack, which I almost do here. It's actually in, but Yan does a good job. Waits well. Rise with a shot. Not strong enough. Trying to just keep this in. That's fine. I should still win this ball. Gonna let Rise have it, looks like. It's fine. It's not gonna be in. Take my time up the wall here. Good control. Don't have much boost to go any further than that, so I opt for the 50 instead, and that means that they have no way forward as well. So that essentially makes it a 1v1. Makes it easier on Rise. And then he gets a good cutout on the pass, which is pretty obvious there, because there's really no other option for them at that point. And then just a free goal. So we're about 2 minutes, or a minute and a half in, and all tied up. Off the setting challenge from Zen. This is a good dunk, I remember this. That's good. Again, look at the challenges. They're doing these ceiling challenges a lot. Rise got red pretty hard here, but he didn't have much of an option. There was really nowhere else he could hit the ball. that would actually benefit us. Like Zen's covering all like the angles that are technically dangerous here, which is well done from him. Jumps well, hits off the ceiling. I did good to meet this, and honestly, not bad for me at all here. It just happens to be like the perfect dunk, like literally perfectly done for him. From my perspective, it doesn't even look like I did anything too wrong here in terms of the. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all, but Zen just got the perfect challenge on that. But a really tough spot to be in. Zen definitely has a massive advantage there. Also, this left. Okay, so in NA, left goes. I don't know how it is in Europe, but Rise went every time on the right side, so it actually almost just got us scored on a few times. But left goes every time in NA. No one types like take the shot or anything like that in NA, so that's a little bit of a bad way to give up possession, especially against these players. And we should probably just get scored on for it. And we do. So that's a pretty bad goal to give up, and that doesn't really have anything to do with our talent there. Just a mistake that shouldn't really be happening. But that's, again, these players aren't used to playing on NA servers, so they don't know that probably. I don't think that's a common thing in Europe. So we got a control here. Good shot. It's actually in, but again, really well done. If Rise here, I think as soon as he sees me going for this solo, he should be going for a bump probably, but it's tough as well because if he misses the bump, it's just a goal for them. So he's playing it safer. It's not a bad idea at all. But I'm pretty confident I can get this on net, even though it is a very difficult shot. If I do get it on net, Rise, not Rise, the end the whole way through, he just waits. And that is in, but not hard to stop if he has no pressure on him, and he had no pressure on him. The amount of boost I had, couldn't really do much else with it. Zen tries a double here. Pass to Rise, should be a goal, and it is. Nice. This is a good usage of our space. So Zen goes for a double here. There's a good try on the read. A little bit off, but good attempt. And then good pass to Rise. You'll see when you're passing these balls, the biggest thing to look out for, if you've ever played soccer in real life or football, whatever you want to call it, always try to lead on the pass. Always try to pass ahead of the person you're looking to pass to. So I'm passing ahead of Rise here with some good speed, and it gives him enough time to pick an angle, pick a shot, pick a time he wants to actually meet the ball and get a powerful shot. And that's possible because the pass is ahead of him. You see it's ahead of him, and it's perfectly going to where he's going to be. That's what you want to do when you're trying to pass the ball always. It's really well done. And in Yen perspective, you can see how difficult this is to stop. Basically nothing you can do if it's done properly. So small detail there. If I pass too much at Rise, he has to stop his momentum. He can't get a shot. So make sure that you're always passing ahead when you can there. Really good attempt, and honestly, like this is like the best shot I could have gotten with the boost I had. Perfectly managed the boost. Very close to being the bounce that's perfect. There's a bounce here that you can get that hits the crossbar and goes down and in. Could have very easily been that. And I don't think Yan would have it, because usually you go for this save. Yeah, I don't think he would have had it if it was like that. If it was the one that I'm talking about. There's a very specific bounce that happens, and it's kind of unlucky for the defender, but it's a good attempt to rise to the solo play here. But remember, we did give up a pretty bad goal earlier on. We were both going for the kickoff. So that's a small little giveaway goal. You don't want to be giving up goals like that against players. It's good. And Yan is very good in these situations. This is very well done from him. So Zen's doing a good job. He killed Rise, and he's chasing me here, so I have to jump quick. From my perspective, I hear a demo. I know someone's chasing me right here. I hear it the whole time. Someone just dies, Rise dies, and I see Zen here, so I think he's gonna follow me up the wall, and as soon as I go to, he actually jumps at me. And then I just get it over him. But it doesn't really matter, because Yan does a great job. Half flips, catches, hits to the ceiling, and Rise is a little bit late to the jump. So you think he just got demoed, right? So he's on spawn boost. But yeah, Yan, one of the best players at those aerial control plays. Can expect that from him. So we're 4-2 down here. Nice, really good save. This is a very tough. Again, look at Yan in the air, the control, but the patience pays off. And if you do wait in the correct spot, it's actually not too hard to stop, even though this was basically the perfect air dribble. Great acceleration at the end. Try to pass this to Rise, should be a goal. He didn't shoot that the best. It's definitely scoreable. But he had a full boost as well. He should have flipped into this for sure. That should definitely be a goal. I actually didn't notice that, but That's okay. It's still a good attempt either way. It was a good job for him to be there. The big thing was he was positioned correctly. He didn't shoot very well. Very good save. So we're challenging all this. Like, I'm gonna 1v like a 1v1 here for a while. If this is over me, it's a goal because Rise is not gonna be back in time. We did a really good job there. And you see Zen perspective going for the flip. I time it perfectly on the challenge, get it over him in the best way possible where I don't get dunked. And now look at the position Rise is in off of my challenge there. Doesn't really get the touch he wanted, and Yan's insta challenging, but should still be good. Look at the save from Zen, man. Got back perfectly. This is gonna be a goal for us. Yeah. Just got the boost, that's why. That's good. That's what I mean, like, look how difficult it is to get a goal. You can't give up 3 goals. Like, we gave up a free goal. Rise also had a chance to score a little bit earlier as well. So you got to take those chances when you get them when you're playing players that are this consistent and stuff. We're doing a very good job challenging all the solo plays though. But I do play Yan a lot in NA, so I'm very used to, like, again, he's probably as good, if not better, at like just strictly aerial control, like air dribble control than Zen probably. He plays a lot of 2s and just goes for nothing but air dribbles constantly. So if you're used to playing him, it's actually not too hard to challenge those things, but you have to make sure that you're playing with your teammate in terms of challenging that. So Yan went for a double off the sidewall. I read it quick. I'm trusting here that if this is shot by Yan, it's a free save for Rise. It shouldn't be hard at all to save. And if not, I'm covering the miss. And Zen trusts Yan on the touch there, and I just basically that's the point of covering the miss, like playing the miss and playing the touch, right? One player's playing the touch, one player's playing the miss. The hard part about that is doing that in solo queue when you don't know really what your teammate's gonna do, right? So 4-3, minute left. He's safe from Zen there. I keep confusing Zen and Rise to me. And yeah, and actually, honestly, all these guys' names are so confusing for some reason to say. Keep mixing them up. Camera challenge here, and again, it's another like temporary 1v2. So I'm trying to stall time for Rise here. Do a good job. Trap the ball in the corner. Have the challenge again here. Just gonna pop it. It's gonna kill a lot of time. It kills about 4 seconds, something like that. And I get full boost because of that. Really good bump from Rise there. If I beat Zen off of that, probably would have been really good for us. But he did a good job to dunk me. 1v1 here. I'm going to fake the flick, drop it off my car, and we get a nice little free goal. So Zen perspective, you can see Yan perspective. This duo is brutal to cast. It looks like I'm going to flick it right here, and then I drop it. Perfect timing. So his perspective, you can see how hard that is to deal with. That's all done. Again, it's the simple things, right? If you can do the simple things correct, you can beat anybody in this game. It doesn't matter who it is. Like, we should be up right now. If we hit some of the shots, we're like, again, Rise, same mistake, could lead to a goal against us. So stuff like that, like, it's not even his fault. He's obviously probably not used to that rule. I don't think that's a rule in Europe at all, but you definitely can't give up stuff like that. Good save from Zen here. This is just going to be a goal if he doesn't save this. Got to meet it. Gets a double. This is tough on Rise. He does a good job though. This is the best thing. This is very good from Rise. Good job on this. It's a tough situation. Like I said, Yan's probably the best at that aerial control, right? It's a really good job. Rise is basically shadowing him midair the whole time. Yan's going to get back to that. Goes for the double. Just gonna try to kill at this point. Blocked all of his angles. Nice. Alright, into overtime now. Get the mid boost. Actually, good situation for us. Rise got the boost. I got the boost. So we should have the advantage here. Yan basically has to stall. He did a great job. Found his opening. Did a good job to challenge there. Take this mid left, save my boost here. Again, I'm gonna have to challenge in a second after his touch. Gotta stay on this. That's fine. Rise is waiting under it, so I decided to back off. Again, just gonna wait. Doesn't really matter. Not too dangerous. If you challenge at the correct time and you have your teammate behind you, there's really no threat in any play in this game. Always remember that. Doesn't matter what rank you are. Think about, these are the best players in the world, and you could beat them by doing the simple things correct, right? It's the same thing in every single rank. Except everyone's just much worse. It's a really good 50 to beat Zen there. This is really well done. Good 50. Flick it forward, grab his boost. It bumps him off as well. And then I'm blocking all of his angles here, and then I get a good dunk. And then Rice is a free shot. Should probably be a goal. He doesn't flip again, so he just... That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, if he's a little closer, this is definitely just a goal, for sure. It's a really good job. Yeah, oh, he missed. Okay, well, that's okay. There's a lot of things I honestly missed when I was playing this game, because, like I said, I was busy doing a sponsor stream thing, so I was like so distracted basically half the time. I didn't notice all the little things that we definitely could have won this game for sure. This is well done from Yan. That's actually a little bit unfortunate too. It didn't let me flip. I think this jump counted as my, yeah, that jump counted as my only jump. Because I think my wheels already left the wall, like one of my wheels left the wall, so it counted as my only jump, I'm pretty sure. It didn't count as it didn't let me do a flip off of that. But that's really well done from Yan to trap this and get a goal off of this. That's actually a really tough shot. Like, it's an extremely tough shot. Yeah, it's well done. Tough to deal with. It was a good game though. We definitely had a lot of opportunities to close it out and made a few like mistakes on the kickoff. Like, I think we gave up like that kickoff goal, and then one other goal was definitely kind of avoidable, but that's okay. We did good considering, like, first time playing against Zen, so it was a new experience for sure. What I can say, my thoughts are, I think playing him in threes would be a lot of fun. I think he's a player that has a lot of creative ability, and I think he's someone that is very smart in a sense of he doesn't try to do everything with his mechanics. He kind of uses his mechanics only to benefit, like strictly to benefit his team. He's not overly using his mechanics. He definitely has mechanics, incredible mechanics, but he doesn't overly use them unless it's benefiting his team, which I think is a rare attribute, especially for a young player. When oftentimes young players have these bigger egos, I want to say, in terms of just wanting to do everything. They want to be the one scoring. They want to be the one with the glory. They want to be the one who is creating the most stats on the stat sheet, right? So they just want to be the one in the limelight. And it doesn't feel like Zen is that player. It feels like he's a player who will do what it takes to win, and that's his best attribute beyond anything else. And I think that's what's going to make him have an extremely successful career beyond just being that guy that's, hitting highlight plays. He's not just going to be that guy. He's going to be that guy that is going to help his team succeed and get to that next level for sure. But it was a lot of fun, and it's definitely nice to know that, not playing, I haven't even played them, but it's good to know that I can definitely keep up in these lobbies. I definitely could have won this game, and yeah, even with my team struggling, I know that on an individual basis, I feel like I'm still there, right? And that's good. That's good to know for someone like me who's been doing this for like 8 years now. Yeah, almost 1,200 points. 1141 is insane in a lobby like this. So we did good. Our performance was very good, and yeah, I hope I get to play him more and maybe get some scrims in with them and see how that goes. But hope you guys enjoyed. Have yourself a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is when you guys are watching this. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. I love y'all. Peace.